Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So now guys, at last we arrive at our port of destination so we can berth the ship here. This is where we have been going to now for 60 odd years. So at last we arrive, and these people have been saying these things for a very long time, and we often just dismiss them out of hand, saying don't be silly, you just illiterate idiot. But they have been saying this thing for long enough. Now they are bringing it to bear in a manner that you can no longer ignore it. But is it too late now to respond to it? Is the question. Guys, I bring you this. Fulani owns all lands in Nigeria. Miyetti Allah reveals plan against Governor Akeredolu. So this is something that these people have been saying for a long time, that they own Nigeria, and they take their lead from their founding father Uthman Dan Fodio, who vowed that he wanted to dip his holy book into the sea. So when Uthman Dan Fodio said he wanted to dip his holy book into the sea, Uthman Dan Fodio, of course, from Sokoto, Borno, etc., there's no sea there. So what he's saying in effect, because the only sea now that we have in that region is the Lagos coastline. So what he's saying, or in the southern regions as well, obviously in the eastern quarters as well, but what he is saying in essence is that he wants dominion from his base in Sokoto all the way through to the coastal lines of the southern regions. And this is the mindset now that these people have picked up, and they have been trying to actualize all the way through to the point that they will stroll casually from that Sokoto Borno into our lands at will and act as they will. So now they are now saying it categorically in a manner that can no longer be ignored, because they are now bringing it to bear in a very frontal manner and at your very doorstep. In fact, literally at your doorstep. Again, the headline: Fulani owns all land in Nigeria. Miyetti Allah reveals plan against Governor Akeredolu. So now let's now see how they flesh this out. The national president of Miyetti Allah Cattle Hore, Bello Abdullahi Bodejo, has declared that all lands in Nigeria belongs to the Fulanis. Bodejo said that no power can remove Fulani herdsmen from any forest in any state. This is as the 7-day ultimatum given to Fulani herdsmen in Ondo Forest by Governor Akeredolu expires today. Bodejo also revealed that the herdsmen have concluded plans to drag the governor to court over the eviction notice. All the lands in this country belong to the Fulani, but we don't have any business to do with land if it doesn't have areas for grazing. If the land doesn't have cow food, we won't have any business with it. We don't sell land, we don't farm. What we consider is the area that have cow food. If the place is good for grazing, we don't need anybody's permission to go there, he boasted. Fulanis have been in the forest he is talking about even before Governor Akeredolu, was born. They have been there for over 250 years. We are suing the governor and seeking injunction restraining him and others from carrying out his threat. But even at that, nobody, no power can send the herdsmen out of Ondo State, he boasted. Following the high rate of criminality which comes in form of kidnapping, raping of women and killings allegedly being committed by criminals hiding in the forest across Ondo State, Governor Akeredolu had given herdsmen a 7-day ultimatum to vacate the areas. But in a swift reaction, the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria cried out over the governor's directive, leading to presidency's statement through the senior special assistant to the president Garba Shehu, cautioning Akeredolu against the move, saying the herders cannot leave the forest for any reason. However, the senator representing Ondo South senatorial district at the National Assembly, and a chieftain of the People's Democratic Party PDP, Nicholas Tofowomo, on Saturday backed the governor's decision to remove Fulani herdsmen from forest in the state. In a similar development, a Yoruba activist, Sunday Ogboho, at the weekend made good his threat to evict Fulani from Igangan in Oyo State. He had earlier, alongside his supporters, stormed the area and gave the Fulani a 7-day ultimatum to leave. The presidency has also kicked against the attack on Fulani, saying that the Inspector General of Police, Mohamedou Adamu, has ordered the immediate arrest of Ogboho. So there you have it now, ladies and gentlemen. The country belongs to us is something that these people have always said, and that is now going to be put to the test. So I think now the ultimatum that Akeredolu, Governor Akeredolu, Rotimi Akeredolu gave these people expired yesterday. So now what happens next now remains to be seen, because I am of the thought that Akeredolu will only come out then to say that they have reached an amicable settlement and he has bound them to good behavior, and that will be the end of it. Akeredolu will only seek a soft landing because the Fulanis have said they are not going to leave the forest of Ondo, and the presidency has backed them. Malam Buhari has backed them. So now what then can Akeredolu then do to remove them from the forest from the forest reserves of Ondo State is the question. What power does Akeredolu have? Absolutely nothing, because of course he would need the army and the police alongside the Amotekun structure to force these people out of those lands. But the only force, the only security apparatus under his direct control is the Amotekun. And what do they have? The Amotekun, they go around carrying all these dame guns, as opposed to the AK-47 that your average self-respecting Fulani headsman has as part of his cattle rearing toolkit. So completely outgunned, of course, the Amotekun, and of course, if Buhari is not backing it, then the armies are not moving anywhere, and neither are the police. So there you have it now. He's only going to seek a soft landing for himself. So now, if Akeredolu seeks a soft landing for himself, and those Fulanis then continue, they will consider then that as a defeat against Akeredolu. They will consider that they have defeated Akeredolu, and once they have defeated Akeredolu, then they have effectively defeated pretty much the Yorubas, because this is the first real pushback against this thing now that the Yorubas are doing via this Ondo Governor Rotimi Akeredolu. And if he just backs down meekly as a result of just a gentle slap or a firm rather slap across the face from the Fulanis, then that is just the end of it. It goes then to reinforce their preconceptions that the Yorubas are meek and feeble, and this meek and feeble demonstration now goes on to set us back even more. So if Akeredolu is going to back down, and I'm not saying he will back down, and I'm hoping he doesn't back down, if Akeredolu is going to back down from this, then perhaps he should never have started it in the first place, because a lot of moves are already being made to catch these people off guard with their Motekun structure, and all of these governors putting policies in place to see if they can legislate these people out of Yoruba land. But he's now wanting to be a hero, and is taking now a frontal step. So that frontal step, and we do need somebody to take that frontal step, don't get me wrong, because we need this thing to really be punched through rather than step by step. So if he's able to punch it through, then that is that punch through, then we can just pad in behind and shore up our borders and say, okay, that's the end of that. So we shore up the borders and we regulate them so aggressively that it almost certainly will not be worth their while coming into Yoruba land anymore. So this is something that we need, but we really need him to follow it through now and not seek a soft landing for himself. So Akeredolu has made his move. The Fulanis have countered, but what happens next is the question. Come discuss all this with me in the comment section, but before you come into the comment section to engage, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. The bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Click on like as well because that helps with the YouTube algorithm. Once you've done all the clickings, Akeredolu has played his hand. The Fulanis have countered, but it's now up in the air. So let's talk about it. So I'll leave you here. Carry this conversation on with you in the comment section, but here I say peace.